Hi friends, this is Raghu from Project Paradise. This is sample Java video tutorial from Project Paradise. So before moving into Java video tutorial, let us know what are the things we cover in core Java. So we begin with the history of Java, advantages of Java, Java first programs, rules to be followed while writing the program. What are data types? What are the operators we use? What do you mean by casting? What are the control statements? How to take input from the keyboard? What are arrays? What are strings? What are string and string builders? Sorry, string buffer and string builders. OOPS concepts. What are access specifiers? What do you mean by constructor? What are the different types of methods we are using in core Java? What is this keyword? What are interface and packages? What do you mean by thread? What is exception handling? How to program the graphical, or we can say that graphical programming using AWT, Swings and Applet. So before moving into the history of Java, it is important to know what do you mean by platform dependent or independent, because this is the reason which has made for the evolution of Java. That is, this was a core reason which made for the birth of Java, you can say. Okay, so platform dependent and independent. So platform is nothing but a combination of operating system and processor. So combination of operating system and processor, we call it as a platform. For example, Windows XP and i3, Windows 7 and i5. The programming language which depends upon this processor and operating system, which is called as platform dependent language, or which is independent of this operating system and processor, that is, which is not dependent on operating system and processor, we call it as platform independent language. Okay, now let us take a scenario to understand what is platform dependent and independent. So here there are two systems. One system contains Windows 7 as an operating system and i3 as a processor. The second system contains XP as an operating system and i5 as a processor. Now let us write a C program in our first system. Okay, so whenever we write a C program, we save in the extension .c. So for our example, let us consider we are writing adding of addition program, or addition of two numbers program we are writing. So therefore we save in the extension add.c. So when we compile it, it is converted into .obj, that is object file. Here compile is nothing but the process of converting the source code into machine code. So add.c, that is, which is written by us, the program which is written by us is called as a source code. This source code is understood by us, and that is not understood by the system. So we need to convert this program to the language of the systems, or you can say a machine. So this process of converting source code to machine code is called as compiling. So when we compile, the source code is converted into machine code. So after conversion of this machine code, the extension we get add.obj. When we run the program, we get add.exe. Now similarly, I'll write a same program in Windows XP and i5 processor. Okay, so the same program is written here, that is adding of two numbers. We are writing here adding of two numbers, and we are saving in the format of add.c, and we are going to compile, that is we are going to convert our source code to machine code. We get add.obj, that is object file, that is converted to the machine code. The source code is converted here to machine code. Then we are running the of this thing program, we get add.exe. So the main problem which arises is in the add.obj, which means, like, see, we are converting a source code to machine code. When we are converting a source code to a machine code, which means we are converting to the language which that particular machine knows. For example, Windows 7 and i3 processor language, that is the language of Windows 7 and i3 processor. For example, see, the machine level instruction of Windows 7 and i3 processor is add a comma b, that is for adding of two numbers. He uses the language add a comma b. His instruction format is add a comma b. Similarly, for the same process of adding of two numbers, he's in this Windows XP and i5 processor, machine level instruction is in the format of a add b, a add b. So when I try to run this add.obj, or you can take a machine code of one system and I'm trying to run in the another system, that is the add.obj from Windows 7 and i3 processor, I'm going to copy this and run in XP and i5 processor. So when I try to run this, the system does not understand. The reason is their machine level instruction varies. His machine level instruction is a format of a add b, while he is getting the input with a machine level instruction of add a comma b. So because of this, that is, if you write a program which runs, like if you write a program in Windows 7 and i3 processor, it can be run again in the same Windows 7 and i3 processor, or you can say that simple, platform dependent programming languages means the programming languages which are written in the same processor and operating system, or using that's a program written using particular operating system and processor. Okay, those programs are again rerun only in those operating system and processor. Okay, so this thing is called as platform dependent. So this characteristics why I'm explaining to you is, the reason is C and C++ has this characteristics. That is, if we write a C program or a C++ program in particular operating system and processor, those program can be again run in only those operating system and processor. So what will be the demerit of this? The demerit of this is, like, if you design any application in the present scenario, like we want our application to be used by each and everybody. So if we code by using this C or C++, we design an application, only those people can use it which I have used for developing that application, the platform which I used for the developing of that application. So to make a application universal so that everybody can use, So we are going for platform independent one. Okay. So what do you mean by platform independent? How is Java platform independent? So similarly, when we talk about Java, so whatever we write, like for example in C we have written a source code and we have saved in the extension .c. Similarly in Java we give an extension .java or you can say .java, file name .java. So when we compile we get .class file. .class file. This .class file contains a code which is called as bytecode. In case of C and C++, when we compile we get .obj, that again is a machine code. But here what we are going to do, we are going to convert the source code into a intermediate code. What do you mean by intermediate code? Intermediate code is nothing but it is neither a source code nor a machine code. So this byte code is called as the intermediate code. So this byte code is given to particular to the converter called as JVM. This JVM, what it does, it converts this intermediate code to machine code. For example, so let us write a Java program .java and we'll compile it. When we compile, we get the extension by the dot class that contains the bytecode. This bytecode is the intermediate code which is neither a machine code nor a source code. So what we do, we give this bytecode to the JVM. So JVM is nothing but a Java virtual machine. For the first case, let us consider this as a converter which converts our bytecode to machine code. Each operating system has their own JVM, Java virtual machine, okay, which can convert the class file to the machine languages. So Java is platform dependent, but Java is platform independent, while JVM is platform dependent. Okay, because depending upon operating system, this JVM has been designed. So after knowing the platform dependent and platform independent, we got a basic idea like if you write a program in C and C++, those programs can be run in only the particular operating system and processor. Well, consider if you write a program in Java, that can be run in any platform. So, by knowing these concepts, platform dependent and independent, now let us move to the history of Java.